But
Are we in roll 20?
we are in roll 20. Yes, we are. And we're in the interludes, which is basically just a chapter arc 2, but it's the in-between section. That doesn't have any determined length of time or number of sessions or specific content that we have to get through or anything. There's no specific objectives of any kind, right? You're going to run across a bunch of random stuff as you go, and you can choose to either chase after it or not, and that's up to you. So this is much more untethered.
Okay.
I would say unhinged, but that has other connotations, I feel like.
I don't know if it's the heat, but my computer is just slow today.
That's not good.
Just today.
Just today. It knew that. It's like whenever we play, Eric's Discord never works, right? So it's just, it's just for us, right, in particular. So we're down on Eric today. So his character will be taking an incredibly long nap.
Okay.
In true
So
One
don't do
Piece
anything that would wake him up.
Yes. He closed the door to one of the rooms and said, "Do not bother me. I'm going to nap. It's been a day."
Yeah.
Whenever we had somebody who couldn't show up, usually we gave their character food poisoning.
Ooh, that's rough. That's harsh. All right.
Yeah.
But and yeah, so we'll see where the day takes us today. And okay, so I guess we should start with the Bungie log to recap us from the last session, because a bunch happened and it's been a little while now.
Yeah.
I don't want to recap.
You don't want to recap? You want to just go in and do what?
Yep. I don't want to go over any of that right now. I am not emotionally capable.
It's okay, none of us are, ever. So it's fine.
Yeah, no.
And I'll tell you, it was hard summarizing because there was so much.
Yeah.
So anyway, so be forgiving. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bungie's log entry number 8. As we made our escape, there were 3 ships in hot pursuit. We did our best to lose them, but all of our efforts seemed fruitless. Just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, Miyazumi appeared. As Ferris, ever the romantic, pressed ahead with wedding plans, Miyazumi had the gall to declare us under arrest. She even tried telling us lies about Kel's previous crew meeting a grisly end via sand sharks, but I didn't believe her. Then Kel surprised us by giving his hat to Locke and jumping off the ship and leaving Quark behind. We then gathered in the hold while Quark sang the most beautiful song. As the song penetrated our cores, we began to feel more powerful, more special, more musical. We all created our own music. Even I, a synth, created music. Who says synths can't be creative? I am not sure how he did it, but somehow Tandrew popped out of a barrel. How did he do that? Was it magic? Destiny? Or just Tandrew being Tandrew? Or had the Expanse decided we needed the boy? Then Kel returned on the EV ship and told us his harebrained plan involving a harpoon rope and blowing up the EV ship. But Miyazumi foiled his plan and cut his rope. With his lifeline gone, he still managed to blow up the ship, but he made the ultimate sacrifice. The explosion gave us a chance to escape. Then something glorious. I've never seen the drift open before because the last time I entered the drift, I was in the hold and could not experience it. The drift tree began to glow, then a giant hole ripped open to reveal the bizarre and wondrous realm of the drift. To any future readers of this log, should it be found to drift without me, if you haven't experienced entering the drift, do it. We are dream weavers now. We can create our own music. What shall we do with our newfound powers? Can we still function without the leadership and inspiration of our departed friend and guide, Cal Astor? Read on. Our true adventure begins now.
Excellent. Wonderful. It's funny. You always pick up on details that I don't remember sometimes all the time either. It's just funny.
What details didn't you remember?
Well, I forgot, for instance, that Locke has Kel's hat. I did not remember that at all. That was a random little thing that I did that I was like, oh yeah, that happened. Okay.
He's in the back rooms, like just crying, holding the hat on the toilet because he also has food poisoning.
Oh, poor guy. So
is that canon now? Shall I put that in the next log?
What, the food poisoning? Yeah, sure.
Damn it, I'm going to get blamed for this.
I know you are.
As you should
Yeah,
be.
as
It
you
was
should.
your idea.
It was your idea.
It wasn't
It's
my
true.
idea. It was just an anecdote that I shared.
Yeah. Sharing is caring. All right. I just have one quick little intro thing. So, hard-like cannonballs explode around, sending showers of wood shrapnel flying to the air. The ground shakes with the reverberations of return fire, and Karami and ensouled enemies flood the deck. And then he hears it. The music, and it calls to him. Not as directly as it did the others, but oh, it still calls to him, and he can feel himself changing, becoming more. Tingling with inspiration and energy, and unsure if he will injure himself or others, he hides in the lower deck of the ship amid the chaos. He feels a gut-dropping impact and boost of speed, followed by the distinct tingling feeling of entering the drift that he has never experienced as a Zolian, are forbidden from inter-expanse travel. Peeking out the door to the top deck, he tentatively sets foot back topside to see an eerie, bizarre vortex of color and matter all around. Sweating profusely and stumbling, Tandrum Gunderson takes a deep breath, turns in a natural shade of green, and then hurls over the railing. He's not doing so well.
Should have gone to work like I told him.
So, what is everyone up to?
Andrew, are you okay?
Ugh. I don't feel so good. Woo!
Oh, dear.
No, I might need a minute. Or 20,000. Oh boy. I should not have had those spicy nachos before coming.
How did you get here?
Oh, this is my ship. Yeah. This is definitely my ship. You should get off. Or not, I guess. That's fine too.
This is your ship? Does it have your name on it?
Maybe. What is the name of the ship? Do you know?
Actually, I don't know. Do we know? I don't think we know, right?
I don't know if any of us would have caught it.
I think we knew
Out of character.
out of
Yeah.
character. I don't remember the name anyway, but
It would have been.
We know it's
Endeavor-
Kel's.
Endeavor or
It's Kel's.
No, it was Miyazu.
It was
Izumi's ship, right?
May took it from Kel and
she
you
took
named it.
it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The current
Yeah.
name is the one that she gave it, not the one that he gave it. Basically.
Okay, so the question is, did she mention the name of the ship ever?
To you guys?
I don't think she did.
I don't think so.
What is the name? Or do
Would it say on the
if you
side?
do, I mean, the
Yeah, it's in the
players.
Yes, you would have probably seen it on the way up, and that's a good question that I need to look up myself because I don't remember. So
Okay,
hang on.
okay.
Hang on.
I wrote it down once. But
Yeah, I did
that was
too.
what she. It might have been. I think it was what she named it. But I don't know.
Yes. Hold on. I need to see where I put it. That's the main thing. Hold on. Where did I put the name of the ship is the question. It's not there.
Oh, do I have it here?
Oh, check the Discord.
okay.
See if it's on May's page.
Ah.
I wanna
How
say
about
it's
Emanator?
the
Is it
Emanator. Thank you. Yes, the Emanator.
Okay.
There we
Yep.
go. I was like, the Resonator? Nope, that's not it. Something similar to that. Yes, the Emanator.
I was just trying to see if there was enough letters that to somehow form Tandrew's name.
It has a T in it, like duh. So, yes, you would have seen that name coming on the ship. It is not called the Tandrew Express.
Anyway.
What does the emanator mean?
Mm,
Are you asking?
it emanates.
Yeah.
Yeah, to emanate.
To emanate, yes, it emanates things.
So how did you get here?
I might have followed you a little bit. You know, you look like you might. I don't know. I guess you don't need help. It's just.
Were you following us, or were you following a particular?
Oh, definitely, definitely, all of you, all at the same time, collectively. No specific person here that I was following. I don't know. Nope.
What do you think, Ferris?
So Ferris is over at the side of the ship and is holding the notebook that she'd been writing like the wedding plan stuff in, and she's just kind of staring out, and she's kind of muttering to herself, well, no, he can't actually be gone, because that's not the ending. So where did he go? He had to have gotten off the ship, right? Of course he got off the ship. Right.
That
Because that
brings
can't
up
be the ending of the
a
story.
question.
So, and she's kind of not really paying attention to anything that's going on behind, and is just kind of quietly muttering something along the same lines over and over to herself, kind of scanning
Mm-hmm.
the horizon. What
So
the
how do
horizon-
people like age or pass away in Candyland?
Candyland?
I can't
sorry.
remember names.
Sugar Pine 9?
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, they do, but not at like nobody's immortal. Like, she knows people die, but not in the
From
middle
a
of
ending of
but
the story.
It's at the end of the story, not the middle of the story, and they're at the middle of the story. And Kel was, in the narrative that she's writing for herself, the hero.
Mm-hmm.
The hero doesn't die like that. So she's having a bit of a
That's exactly how the
worldview
hero
shift.
dies.
Her worldview is being challenged, shall we say.
For sure. So that means Bungie looks over to ask Ferris her opinion, and she's not over there at all. She's off on the
She's not
side, just
even-
muttering.
Muttering, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Bungie wants to like interview people to help him write his book better, because you have the the personal part of the story, more than just the facts of what was happening. So he's trying to. He wants to go over to Ferris and or to Eloise and say, so Eloise, so how did you feel about all this when you got your you got your powers and this? I mean, isn't this amazing? I mean, how do you feel about all this? Were you scared? I guess she is. She's
I don't feel
speechless.
fear.
You don't feel fear?
That would be ridiculous.
So I thought all biologicals felt fear. You don't feel fear. I'm writing that one down.
Chandra's like, I do.
Most of the people from my shard would not feel lots of things.
What do you feel?
The pull of saying something serious versus making a joke.
Yeah.
Righteous indignation.
Ooh.
Adrenaline.
Oh, sure. Is that kind of like when you get a little bit more voltage into your circuits?
Yeah.
I can relate to that. What do you think's going on with Ferris over there? She seems kind of lost.
I would say this is probably not a situation she comes across on Sugar Pie 9 very often. You should go check in with her.
So I'm going to walk over to Ferris and say, so is this something that let's see, what did she say? So is this something you don't normally see on Sugar Pine 9?
What? Benji? Oh, Bungie. Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah. All right. No. Yeah, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. We just have to go find Kel. We have to go find him. That's what we're going to have to... Yeah, we have to go find Kel. Okay, yep, no, everything's fine. And she just kind of does like this little shake with the wings that she's probably still kind of shifting a little bit because she's not used to having like actual control over those still. All right, yeah, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, Tandrew, what are you doing here, young man? I told you to go to work. What are you? Come over here, you.
Ow,
Right by the ear.
My ear. Ow, no,
What?
I need that. Okay.
No, you need to listen. What do you think you're doing, young man? You are going to get yourself hurt.
I kind of found a job, and it's gonna be here. I thought this seemed like a good place for me to be. I felt like safe. It was super safe. But the safest place to be was here with strong people who are good at things and could teach me to also
found
be
another
good at
job.
Yeah, that was fine. But also, it seems cooler.
Who did you get the job from?
You? No.
Try again.
We didn't hire you.
Well, no,
Yeah,
but
wait.
you hooked up with the job.
What?
You're going to need to start using more words, young man. What do you mean we hooked up with the job?
No, you hooked me up with the job.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Not on this ship.
No. It also didn't really pay anyways. But it was great. It was great. No, I don't want to be ungrateful or anything.
Yeah.
No. Oh boy, I messed up, didn't I?
Yes, he did. All
Oh,
right.
that's not what you told me. You told me that this was your ship. So I'm a little.
It's not his ship,
Yeah.
Bungie. He's lying to you.
Yeah. Okay. He looks really like dejected. Like, yeah. All right. Guess you got me there.
So Bungie's doing his little writing stuff, saying mystery number 7. What is Andrew doing here, and how did he get here, and why is he here?
I mean, he obviously hopped on the ship before we left.
Yes. The question is, how did he know?
Yes. Hmm.
I doubt Kel was very stealthy.
I doubt that. Where did you follow Kel onto the ship?
No. I was in the carriage, on the back. Actually, when you left, yeah,
Why
I
did
thought.
you get out of the carriage?
Well, okay. To be fair, I thought you were staying in town. I thought you were just going to your super secret hideout, and that would be super fun. And this was a lot more than I expected. I also thought maybe you were gonna hide out on the ship, or maybe just take it around the shard and park it, and then I could go home in like a week or something. But now we're here, and this is a lot. So we cool?
Cool. Young man, your mother is going to kill you.
I don't think she cares, honestly.
I absolutely doubt that. All right.
I don't think you've been
I have
on
a
Zoe
question
long
for
enough
you.
to know.
Did you bring your duster with you?
I did, and he does have a duster board with him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know if I
wait,
can potentially use that here, but
were you hearing song?
yeah, that was wild. I feel weird.
Oh no! Is the bird still on my shoulder?
He is, yes.
He is. Okay. And then I'm assuming now, like, he doesn't need the
The muzzle, yes,
muzzle or anything. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
yeah. Because he only did that
So
once.
you-
Remember, he can only do the song once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So you were here when he. Oh.
Yeah,
So you said you were feeling funny. What does that mean?
I feel super confident, as you can tell. And I feel kind of. Well, I mean, I've always been good at building stuff, but I just have this knack to just keep on making stuff, you know, and just more. And I have all these ideas and these plans. I need to find some parts and start putting stuff together, you know.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. I like putting parts together too.
You are lucky I cannot turn this ship around, young man, and take you home where you should be. I genuinely don't think I can. Can we, Bungie? Is that a thing we shouldn't? Should no? Who's
No.
actually steering the ship?
Yeah, how does that work?
Destiny.
Destiny, yes.
Alright.
You basically set it on autopilot
course.
essentially for
Yeah.
Alright.
because the way that the drift travel works is basically you get put into a specific tunnel that goes from point A to point B, and there's stuff around you, but like as long as you keep going in the direction you're like forward-ish, you will end up at the right location. It's a weird thing where you always end up where you're supposed to go.
Alright.
So it's not like a wormhole
No.
as much as it is we're just going super fast or something like that. then.
No, you're actually not going that fast, honestly, overall. You slow down once you enter the drift. It's a separate dimension, like a pocket dimension, basically, that only
Okay.
exists between your destination and your entry point. And
Okay.
So
you
we
can't
don't
actually,
see like stars going by or planets or
you
anything
kind
like that.
of do, but not like, you can't go to shards or anything from here. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ferris
Okay
is
then.
kind of
So-
look, all right. There are several things that I need to do, and I do not. Oh, this is just. I'm going to go bake a pie. That's what I'm going to go do.
I was
because
actually going to ask if you were gonna I've heard good things.
You don't get any pie.
Oh
Young men
man,
who
come
sneak
on.
to shits
You know,
that they know they have no business. No. You.
I punched that one guy, and I think I might have knocked him out while fighting, and yeah.
I am not angry, but I am so disappointed. And Ferris is going to go.
He
off
deflates.
to
He's
the-
like, whoa.
And Ferris is going to go find whatever passes for a galley around here.
Yeah.
And just start stress baking.
Okay, for sure.
So I go over to Tandrew and say, Tandrew, you're looking a little green there. You might not want to be eating pie right now anyway, but I'll try to sneak you a piece when I get a chance.
Well, thanks, Bungie. You're definitely one of my favorites. I appreciate that. Yeah. At least someone likes me around here. Yeah. All right. Well, let me know if you need me to do something. I guess around here, I'll try and make my keep. If you need me to scrub something, build something clean.
Elise just like lifts her hand towards all the damage they've taken during the
There's
battle.
a lot of shit.
Yeah. You could just start.
You said you wanted to fix things and build stuff. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get right on it. Yep, all right, yep. And he grabs like a mop and he starts like not using it correctly, but he's trying. It's not a wet mop,
enough.
so
It's not even wet.
it's not wet. He is sweeping with a mop. Yes, not his forte, but he's working on it.
Okay then.
Ferris comes back out with like a large mixing bowl and she's just stirring something like, all right. Where are we going?
Yeah. Can we look at
Yeah,
the
where are we going?
navigation system and figure out where we're headed?
Yeah, you can.
Because we didn't actually control it, did we?
No,
Just-
No.
No.
we did not, and none of us know how to steer this thing. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think you can at this point,
You can.
I have no idea. Locke, I think, is the only one that might know
but
anything
not out
about
of the
these.
dimension.
Correct. Yes. Also, Ferris, you should have at least some semblance of knowledge of how to like do basic navigation. I would say.
Oh, goody.
Yeah. As the Trailblazer,
Oh, yeah.
you were tasked with like reading the manual.
You're probably
you read
the
the
only
manual.
one.
Okay.
I was going to say, you're probably the only one who actually was aboard, like up top when they came to.
Also,
Zol.
that too. Yes.
The rest of us
Yeah.
were not.
Yes. You
There,
probably got to see it
legally.
in action and see how it worked a little bit too, which is helpful.
This is true.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so Ferris would have probably been able to like go visit the captain's deck or something. All right.
Yeah.
She
I
absolutely would have
forgot
talked
about-
herself into there.
I mean, I forgot about that whole trade list. So,
I'm trying to remember what my job
Yes.
is and what do
So
I do.
bring us to a point of order here, which is that on your character sheet, you will notice that you have a new power and a new quality, which
Yes.
is
Yeah, I saw
your
that.
assigned ship role. You can use that for any role you wish, whenever you feel it's appropriate, basically. Primarily probably for overcomes, but if you happen to want to do something in combat at some point, you want to try and use the ship in some way, feel free. And that is a pretty abstract and flexible power set and quality set to use. And you can basically make decisions for how the ship works, right? Based on your role within it. right? Within reason. I can veto if I need to.
Here it is. Here's what okay.
But yes, and they should be D6s. They're not
Okay.
great, but they're better than a D4. So,
Yep.
and they are.
Cannot wait to use that to mess up so many people.
Yes, you have a giant
Abstract. No, well, yeah, but just think about Rhythm Breaker in social aspects or like abstractly, like messing with people's flow and stuff.
Yeah.
Like someone's in the middle of a monologue and you're like, I just want to trip them up.
Start beatboxing. Like, whoa, what's happening? Okay. Also, so Ferris, you go up to the wow, where the piloting
helm?
happens. There we go. Helm? Yes. There we go. Helm.
Helm.
I need to get my
I don't
ship
know
turns
what
up
ship
to date,
it is,
honestly, at this point. This is sad. Up to the helm, and you check the navigational instruments, which generally speaking usually designate like your point of origin and your destination, right? And as well as the name and designation of the score, because the scores have like serial numbers and stuff like that too.
Got it.
And the origin point you have is Zol, which makes sense. The destination is constantly scrambling and spinning.
Oh.
All right. Look, I've only been on one of these, but it should not be doing that. It wasn't doing that last time. All right, where's the and
Well, I
I'm
don't
going to
they have the
shove.
same directions we have.
I have no idea, but I'm going to shove the mixing bowl at my sister, and just be like, just keep mixing that. You can't let it sit. Just keep. And I'm going to, in fact, pull out the manual, which I'm assuming is either one page or like 1,000 pages.
Well,
Like,
it
there
has,
can be no in between.
it has
I feel
both,
like here it's one
actually.
page and it's just like the short version, just let it do what it wants.
To do it at once,
Right?
yeah. It has a one pager, which is the simple versions, and then it has reference points to like a huge tome in the back for all the
Right.
reference guides.
Hyperlink.
Yes, basically.
Do we have a map? Do we have like a star map we're going to be using to track, like, as we like, figure out different shards, I guess, and how in the
yes.
relation, or no?
I don't have one I can provide for you at the moment, but you in world would have a star chart you can look at. Yes, it also does come with an asterisk of it's only somewhat useful
Because things move.
because things move constantly, and the way you travel between them is through the drift, so it's not a linear fashion either. So yeah, so it's somewhat useful to know how close things are to each other, basically, right? And things of that nature, but it's not going to be super duper helpful probably while you're in the drift, at least, I would say.
Yeah. All right. So going over this real quick, Ferris is going to turn back to the others. All right. Kel said we were supposed to be looking for something. That was his whole thing, right? Like we were going to go and find
The Seraph song,
the
right?
Seraph. That's it. Thank you. And this is why I think we need to just go back and find Kel, because I think he knew where this thing was, and I just feel like everything would be much better if Kel was here, right?
But we don't know where he is, and
Right.
I mean,
everybody seemed a little
Bungie's
upset
pretty
with
sure
us,
he's
and-
Don't think we're
not
going to
around.
find him ever again, and we should plan for that.
But everybody was pretty upset with us when we left, so maybe we just need to give them a little time to calm down, and then we can go back and find Kel.
We're not going
All right.
back.
All right. Well, we have to go back at some point. Tandrew needs to go home. All right.
No, I'm good.
Tandrew's
love it
not
here.
going home either.
Yeah, no, you know what? My mom hates
you were
me
talking
anyway,
yourself
so
out of cupcakes as well.
all right. All right. I
Tandrew,
am
have you
really
ever-
hungry.
Eloise leans over and is like, that means she likes you. She doesn't hate you.
Oh, okay. I'm confused, but I guess loved.
At least Eloise understands. All right.
So
All right, so
the controls are flying all over the place.
So the
Yeah.
the destination designation, right, where it listed out,
Yeah.
it's cycling, and it's like you clearly have a destination because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to enter the drift, but
Yeah.
it doesn't. For some reason, the ship can't pinpoint where you're going, and it also doesn't recognize the score serial number because you didn't use one.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, we stole one, but we didn't use it.
You didn't use it,
Right.
yeah. Because it changed with the Seraph song, and you used the new one.
Oh, I see. So we were actually originally going someplace.
Yes,
Now
you're going to Idris originally, but
Okay.
you're not apparently now.
No, but the ship is going somewhere.
Yes, it is, and you're in it's called the corridor basically, which
Yeah.
is very very wide, but you're still within the correct line of the drift,
Alright.
and so you will emerge somewhere.
So I find the like sub chapter where I'm like following like notes and sublinks and just all right. So this manual says that if this doohickey is doing this, the language seems a little alarmist here, but it basically says don't let it, but it's already doing it. So I don't know how we do. We're heading somewhere.
Also, like every like sub appendices that it has, like every like third iteration goes down, it ends in panic basically of this
Yeah.
manual. Like if this, okay, you're probably fine. If this, you're not guy. Third iteration down, panic.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like what to do if the destination is flipping through many random iterations of numbers. It's like
How did you
that's
do that? It's not
impo-
supposed to do that.
Basically, it's like
That's the instruction manual's like, what do you mean it's doing that? That's not
according
supposed
to
to
the
happen.
instruction manual, this is actually possible.
It says you're drunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're drunk. Go home.
Yeah.
It's like something about turning it on and back off again, off and back on again.
Oh, right.
Percussive
think we wanna do
was
that.
men-
Well,
was mentioned
at
a
least-
couple of times.
At least it's going somewhere and not nowhere, right? That's a good thing. So maybe we just wait and see where it goes. Because do we trust this Seraph song thing? I mean, Kel trusted it, so I think maybe we should too.
That may be where he's already gone, actually. That would make sense. Yes, that would make sense. Okay.
I
Yeah,
hate
I
to
think-
say this to you, but
I think we should just wait. Yeah. We should just wait and see where it's trying to take us. Because that's probably where Kel is, and then everything will be fine. All
I
right.
don't think so. But
And Farrah's heads
okay.
back to
You
the
know
kitchen.
what? We won't know until we get there.
So Bungie is a sweeper, which means he's supposed to like go up to the the crow's nest or something up on top and go
Yep.
gather up dust and do stuff with it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking he should just start gathering up dust, and I don't know what he's going to do with it because I'm not exactly sure what we can do with it. But it says you can make ammunition and such, so maybe I should start doing that.
Yeah, it's a power source. It's an explosive. It's a way to get temporary powers for things. It does all sorts of stuff. Dust is great, but also very volatile and dangerous.
Right.
Yeah, it's very universal. Yeah, and like the sails catch the dust from like basically if you like fly through it, basically it catches it, and then you can kind of collect it basically from the sails and stuff like that into like containment devices that are safe to transport around. They have like special gloves and stuff for you to use, but you don't have to because you're not biological, so it won't like seep into your skin.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking maybe he should start making some explosives for Eloise to be able to throw, I guess.
Cool. Sure. Yeah.
And is there any way for me to try to improve the engines or something like that to make it be able to go faster or something like that,
You can try. I would. Yeah, sure. I thought you can try and see if you want to try and make a roll for that. See if you can work on the engines
Okay.
using your ship roll abilities.
Right. So that would be Sweeper 6. Oh, I see. So do I just use that for both the quality and the power, or do I mix and
You
match?
have
or how do I
a
do
quality
that?
and a power that's sweeper. So you use your sweeper quality and your sweeper power, and then green.
Okay.
Which are both
All right.
sixes, and then whatever your green is.
Right. That's a
I
10.
can pull up my stuff for this.
Right,
Hang
and-
on.
Oh, and actually, are we back to regular health?
I'll just say yeah because it's been a while. We'll just put everybody at maximum health. That's fine. Yeah.
Just because that might set the.
Yeah.
What
Yeah. That's
color I'm
fine.
in.
We're in full downtime at this point, so yeah.
So this is a 10,
I'm
right?
trying to find my. Where's my stinking?
There we go. We
missing
got to
it?
make some rolls here, right? I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I'm looking for my chart that has all the. What's it called again?
Mhm.
Encounter. Yeah,
Encounter
guide.
guide.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay.
To find my chart.
So my mid die is a 5.
5? Okay, so minor twist. So I would say that you can make it go faster, right? However, it'll only last for a short period of time, and it'll burn out the engine if you do it. So you can go like twice as fast, and then you'll burn out the engine. It's gonna stall for a solid minute. So you'll just float. So you can have a super speed and then get stuck.
Do I know that?
Yeah, because you can tell that like with the calibrations you did to it, you can push it, but it's not gonna like it for long term. And you have a very like
it
narrow
stalls
window
for a minute or something.
Yeah. Well, say you can basically boost. You can you can double speed for a minute, and then it's gonna put you dead in the water for a minute afterwards.
Yep.
So
I see.
still would take the same amount of time to get anywhere.
Depends.
Right, but if you only care about now and not about later,
Yeah.
it could be useful.
And if you can, for instance, boost and then get hidden behind something, then stalling out isn't a problem for a minute, right? If you're hidden, right? Or if you boost and then get into the drift or something, right? Then you're, good. But yeah.
So I picture this some sort of, I have to name it, but some sort of little dust pill that I can throw into the engine. I don't know, how is it? What's this engine even look like? I'm just trying to think. Is there like I picture like the old trains that had the thing where you throw the coal into and you open it up and you throw stuff in, you throw it, and then you close it back up again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It does. Yeah, that's a fair assessment, I would say. It has kind of like that oveny feel to it, for sure, where you can feed it stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect. Awesome. So as you guys are kind of like milling about a little bit, kind of like poking around the ship, kind of seeing what's what, Tandre's kind of following you guys around, and he's just like, so guys, so what's with the weird sounds of the ship? Is that normal, or I've never been on one, but it felt I don't know, weird.
Is it similar to the ship Ferris took?
Yeah, it's pretty similar. I mean,
yeah,
different structure and like size, but yeah.
I mean, are you talking like weird? Like, are they actual weird sounds, or are they like, oh, the wood creaking kind of sounds?
You asking him?
Well, we can ask him.
Well, I'm asking you because I don't know what sounds he's referring to.
Well, ask Tandrew.
Ask Andrew. Yes.
But when I hear the sounds too.
You don't know what he's talking about, though, so.
Oh, we don't know what he's talking about? We don't
No.
hear them?
No.
That's why you have to ask him.
Yes.
So what kind of sounds are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. Okay, so
Is
I
it
guess.
a tick tock or a or a zzz?
Well, here, he puts his finger up, just, and then now that he mentioned it, now that you're all like listening and like quiet, and now that it's like kind of much quieter, now that there's no longer like things exploding and stuff like that, right? You can distinctly feel a very subtle like pulsing from beneath your feet. Something that like if you're on like water, you'd attribute to like the waves of the ocean, but you're not on water. Plus, it feels more bassy.
Is that music?
So, and is this something that we would have heard when we were on a ship, but on a Wayfarer in the past?
It doesn't sound familiar.
Okay,
Uh,
good.
Don't know. Let's go investigate, shall we? And Ferris is going to set out. It's not her best effort, but it is like a peach walnut pie and a bunch of maple cupcakes that she has stress baked in like the last 20 minutes somehow.
One
And-
cupcake is missing, by the way.
I was going to pick
pretend
up one and give it to
Yeah,
him.
she's going to pretend she didn't see that. She did purposely set the cupcakes closer to Tandrew,
Nice.
but she is very much like pretending she didn't. She's pretending she didn't see that.
Okay.
She's also going to loudly declare for the room, I really would not eat these for a good 5-6 minutes. They are broilingly hot.
I don't know what you're talking about. And he chugs water.
It's good you're staying hydrated. All right, let's go figure out what's making that sound.
And he's like, well, I was down on one of the lower decks, inspecting the ammo reserves. During the fighting, and I got knocked down, but I got up again. They're gonna keep me down, and my ear.
Wait.
What?
You got knocked down by a person, or
No, just by the ship going woo. There was
okay,
explosions and stuff, right?
Okay.
I fell over. My ear got pressed to the one of the floors, and this is gonna sound nuts. Maybe I should just show you.
Okay.
And he takes you below deck to where some of the larger roots from the drift tree sapling, which is on the middle of the deck, are kind of exposed and over the floorboards. And he lays down and kind of the ear next to it. He waves you over to come listen. And is anyone going to go over and?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So we're coming over.
Okay.
Put our ear to the ground. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Is that what we can do? Okay.
Yes. And then you can turn your volume on Discord up.
Oh, wait.
For the bot.
Oh wait.
Not me.
Okay.
Where's the bot?
Oh, is he gone? Well, he'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, he must have left. Hold on. Hang on.
He got bored.
They're not listening to me.
There he goes.
I don't think he was on when I got on.
Flow, just a seed in the dark, roots sprouting low, nursed by the rhythms, rocking to the beat. Been ages since I heard something so sweet. Working hands drew up plans of shapes and lines, chiseled my shape with rhymes in mind, bound me in metal, leaf and lore. Drift tree, living life carefree, born to the beat, now awake and lyrical. I'm Sissika, yeah, your way, very mythical. I'm the echo in the hull, the creak in the mast, the whisper on the sails as the drift flies past. A strum on a chord of a drift weaver's tune. Music moves me like tides of a distant moon. From reef to rift, through dust and mist, my star-hearted catalyst rides the drift. They call it a hold, for my heart it holds next to the songs of the brave and the bold. So many names to which I belong, each one of us where I carry it along. From infamous whispers to legendary acclaim, every name different, yet all the same. Oh, sing it with me now. I'm a funky tree, ain't no maple in me, just a drift tree, living life carefree, born to the beat, now awake and lyrical. I'm Sissika, your way, very mythical. I'm Sissika, your way, very mythical. I'm Sissika, your way, very mythical.
Is Sissika a name?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Is Sissika a name from mythology or similar?
Yes.
Or did you just make it up?
Sisyphus.
No.
Yeah.
So, yes and no.
So the name of the tree is
Sissika.
Sissika.
Yes.
Sissika.
Yes.
And apparently it's a man from the 70s. Has a full Austin Powers musical introduction. You don't know if that's the villain or the hero.
It does
But you
not
know
help
they're
that
the coolest.
It does not help that I've been playing Date Everything.
Oh no.
How's that going?
Oh no.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh,
Really? Okay.
No. Oh dear. So yeah, that is what you hear when you put your ear down to the roots of the tree.
I didn't know trees could do that.
And Tender's like, yeah, I didn't know how to say that because that's weird, right? Or is that normal?
Maybe because we can make music, now the tree can make music.
I've really only been on one ship before. I don't know if we should be going off of what I know completely, but that one didn't do that, I feel. Hello, Tree? Can you hear me?
No response.
Knock, 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 knock.
Hey, look a root.
Is it still going? Is the music still going?
It is. It is still going. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. okay.
All
Is
right,
it just
so
like repeating
Yeah.
in the background?
Wow, this is interesting. Hmm.
Can Eloise like tap out the beat on one of the roots or something?
Yeah. Yeah. And so you tap out the beat to the song you hear, I'm assuming, right? And the whole like hull kind of like creaks in time to like your beat too.
Wow.
Nice.
And you kind of feel like it's kind of a little whoop, 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 whoop.
So I would say if we listened to it enough, we would know the words, and I would say Benji would try to sing along with him.
Okay. For sure.
Doing something you've never done before.
You know, because we just learned how to make music, so
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of stretch his legs in a sense.
Yeah.
Change his voice.
His voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you can like the tree kind of like glows a bit when you sing, which is interesting because usually it only glows when you like engage like the drift drive and stuff like that.
Right.
You don't go anywhere else, you know, which is good.
Yeah. There's to relatively the same. I'm not even sure what she'd want to ask it, but to like roughly the same beat, is she could kind of not sing along with it, but try to sing like, "Do you know where we're going?"
Okay. Interesting.
To see if the tree can like, if it can only talk through music, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
My God, it's the musical episode.
Okay. Let's see. Now I need to figure out if the tree would know how its destination stuff works.
Okay, so it doesn't know what she's saying then. It's interesting.
It does. It knows what she's saying. You definitely get a sense of recognition from it, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if it would know the answer to your question.
Yeah.
Well, it would know it regardless of what the navigation system, because it's connected to the deep, like the ancient magic. Isn't that what?
Yeah. Yeah.
It just might not know how to explain where we're going.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
doesn't mean it has the words to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So it could just be like if like it wants you to just trust it or something.
yeah, because I definitely agree. It knows where it's going, but it doesn't have the like star chart naming conventions that you guys do.
It would know
And-
everything by different.
Well, that's true. That's actually a fair
basically.
point. It would know the old names. So I can give you a name. Hold on. I need to remember my naming conventions to make sure I don't say the wrong thing because it's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It wouldn't probably mean anything to us anyway, but that's
Yeah. And the way it's going to communicate would be so on like the wind, basically. It sounds like a whistle in the wind. I'll tell her this. It appears that it's not 100% sure how to fully communicate because it hasn't before. So it's really trying to figure out how this all works. It learned to sing first and not talk, which is weird. But it also doesn't understand that you can hear it sing necessarily. And so on like the sound of the wind, like on like the sails, you can kind of hear just like a couple of like bars, and it says we're, you know, I've designed a system where I have to have it rhyme constantly, which is on me. Let's see.
oh no.
Hold on.
What's, are you?
Okay, and it says moving along fast, going straight to Jerfast.
Going straight to what?
Moving along fast, going straight to Xerfas. That's XER-FAS. Xerfas.
XERFAS?
Yes.
No,
Which
XER.
none of you have heard of.
Yeah. All right, that is more than we knew.
So we are
Oh.
going somewhere. She told you we were going somewhere.
Absolutely, that's perfect.
Maybe you should ask it to describe Xerafas.
I think we may have reached the limits of what the tree can communicate with it. I think we should. All right, so the song has apparently done more than we thought it did. Because I think the ship is getting superpowers now too, and this is starting to worry me. All right, we gotta. Bungie, did you take a Wayfarer to Zol?
Yep, but I was down below.
Okay, but you have been on one, right?
Yeah.
Eloise,
Oh, yeah.
same?
I was in a box.
Fantastic. All right, so I think we need to kind of maybe do like a quick tour of the ship, a little inventory maybe.
I was thinking the same thing. That's a good idea.
Just we gotta see what's going on here, because I don't know.
Get to know this ship.
And
That's
I
what
just
we'll do.
really want to go bake more, because this is
I think
Let's-
let's investigate the ship around.
Yeah,
Let's walk around
let's
the
do
ship
that.
and see what's there. This is going to be our home for a while, I guess.
apparently. So let's just start at the bottom and work our way to the top.
Okay.
To me,
So the very, very bottom is basically just storage. That's just where all of like the supplies are stored, all the extra food that's not in the galley, and all the extra ammo and that sort of stuff. Most things are basically all in boxes for the most part because that's the safe way to travel with them.
Yep.
So in order to figure out more specific, you have to open up stuff basically. And so other than that, there are some like bottom guns down there as well that are not as big as the top ones, but still something. And on like the mid-tier floor, that's where all of like the roll stations are. So that's going to be like where all of like the void collar and the sweeper and the rhythm breaker stuff are housed. Trailblazers is on top because it's separate because you navigate, but that's mostly, and then also the galleys also in the midst of that, and the bunks. So everybody's like individual cabins are over there, which is, it's mostly a big shared space with like kind of sectioned off a little bit, right? And
Is
yeah.
there like a captain's
yes,
cabin?
yes,
Okay.
that's on the top floor. It's next to the Trailblazers, like the command position basically. It's behind that. It's the captain's quarters. Yes.
All right.
okay.
So, like force a habit kind of thing. Ferris is going to knock on the door before she goes in, and just kind of peek in and be like, knock, knock. Oh, Lord. Okay, yeah, this was
The door
definitely
opens
her
for you.
room. Yeah, this was the room. All right, nobody touch anything. I feel like I'm invading her privacy. All right.
There's a lot
And
of swords.
Kanto in space.
Yeah. I'm assuming there is at least one picture of Kel in here somewhere as well.
There's darts on it. Yes.
Oh, I see.
It's
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
it was May Izumi's.
It's May's.
Yeah,
her room
took me a
now.
while to remember that. Yeah.
Yes. There is one of the two of them that is face down by the bedside, and it has a little bit of dust on the top of like the back side, so it's been down for a while. But it is still there. Yeah.
When Ferris finds it, she's going to very carefully dust it off and set it so that it's facing the bed, and then basically run out of the room sobbing, just like absolute weeping, just tears, like.
Also, in that picture, Cal and May are about 19. So it's about 10 years, or I guess no longer. It'd be like 15 years previously. So they're much, much younger. Yeah.
So, Ferris, why are you crying?
it's nothing. I'm nothing. I just got some dust in my eye. Oh, I'm being so silly. All right. I think we should all leave this room, lock it, and pretend we were never in here. Because wow, that's a lot of swords on that wall.
My emotion detectors are detecting strong emotions right now.
I just really don't feel good about invading a woman's bedchamber. It feels impolite.
Okay, what about your place? Your cabin? Don't you have a cabin?
We all have we all have little cabins.
We haven't
down
checked
there.
our own cabins out, have we?
No,
Because we just
no.
got here. So I
Yeah.
would think we would at least check it out and get
Mhm.
situated and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in your guys'
Just hear
individual cabins
groaning
yet,
as
so.
you walk past the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, it's from
Yeah,
Locke.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Leave the cupcake outside for him.
Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna help.
At least she didn't like put it in.
Yeah, so you have your individual, like, they're not really cabins, they're like little like cubbies basically.
Yeah.
And then you also have like your workstation areas that are quite a bit bigger basically, that has more of the actual stuff, right? Because your bunks are basically just hammocks essentially, and like a table, right? Like a chair. So it's pretty simple stuff for that.
Okay. Trying to think what else would we be doing.
Ferris is immediately
out.
going to have to try to make some alterations to her hammock to account for the wings.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Oh, right. So I'm thinking Bungie's gonna, because he now can really extend himself, he's gonna like hang off the ship and see what's underneath it and just kind of wrap himself around a little bit. And I don't know, it just seems like let's check the bottom of the ship and make sure it's okay.
Okay. No problem. Yeah, so you put your head down there and you poke around a little bit, and there's nothing particularly interesting down there except for one thing, which is there's like a little crab that's just hanging on for dear life down there, upside down.
Oh, it's a little crab. So I'm gonna pick him up and bring him back and show him to Eloise. Look what I found. It's a little crab. What do you think?
That's nice. She just like pets the crab.
Also, the crab begins to like sway and kind of like do the little like.
Oh,
Ooh, put him on the ground. See if he'll dance.
we need to name our crab.
We should probably name the ship first.
So the name of it was what again? So it was
Emanator?
Emanator.
Emanator's on the side of the ship currently. Yes.
What's Emanator spelled backwards? Rotanim. Rotamine. Rotanim.
We don't have a T. No, we do have a T. We could make it
what?
manatee.
Manatee.
I don't know.
What? Yeah, no, I'm not going to try to struggle to pronounce that word backwards every single time we need to talk about the
That'd
ship.
be a little bit tricky, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I hate to be a downer, but I'm not doing that.
I mean, I don't think we have to use the letters that are already there because we could just paint over it.
What if we named it something in honor of Kel?
Does anyone know what is? Can we see what the is there any trace of the old name still there?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, what it was.
Yeah, you can probably see that. I just need to find it real quick. Hang on. I need to see what I had it. It was called the Dustbound.
The Dustbound?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe we just put that back on.
I think that's a really good idea because that would be what Kel wanted.
Yes, and that way it'll be easier for him to find us.
Our dearly departed Kel.
See a little twitch start to develop in the corner of Ferris's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, are you sure he would have wanted the old name though? Maybe he would have wanted a new one for new adventures
I think
or a new hope.
Oh. So what was it again? It was
Dustbound, and then
Dust-
the current one is the Emanator.
Dustbound.
You could do Seraph Found. No. I don't like the two F sounds in the middle. You could call it Seraph Bound.
Because that's what we're doing, right? Or maybe
Seraph
something.
Seeker.
Seraph Seeker.
You could also go something
Actually-
cliche like harmony, melody.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to give away what we're doing. So harmony,
I don't think
melody
people would know
kinda
what that
stuff.
meant.
You think with seraphs, everybody knows what the seraph song is, though, right?
Yeah, but most people don't really believe. Like they know of it, but they don't really like believe.
It's like a
in
myth.
it. Yeah, and not, like
Like
lots
I'm
of
sure people would name stuff after myths, yeah.
Lots of people go out saying they're looking for it.
Like if we saw a ship called Zeus Found, we wouldn't be like, they're going after Zeus.
Zeus. This is true.
No one goes
So-
after Zeus.
I'm trying to think of what people would name ships and boats and stuff, and I almost want to say it be called, well,
Well, we do have an Enterprise. As a USS Enterprise, an actual one.
Usually they name them either after.
Usually it's after what they're trying, like scientific vessels are usually things that are like exploratory and
Yeah,
discovery names.
it's-
It's what you're doing, or it's
Yeah.
named after people, which is boring. But it's usually an ideal or an abstract. Or something silly. My cat's butt too. Sorry, my cat's butt the second. Because the first one drowned.
Oh,
The ship,
Oh,
not the cat.
yeah.
That's good.
not the cat.
All right.
We could also call it feeling right.
No, we're not. We're not.
Oh,
Doing
what was
that.
the name of maybe something with Sisiska in it?
Sisica?
Sisica, sorry.
I think my
Ah,
brain is
well,
combining Ithaca and like Sicily or something.
Yep. Congratulations.
I knew it sounded familiar, but I kept thinking Ithaca is not.
Sisica.
That's not the same word, but yeah.
I would
So
go
we're gonna say
with Seraph Bound. Because that's
How
the
about
old.
combining it into one word, Seraphound?
I don't like it.
Oh, you found it already.
Found. I like the definition of seraph because otherwise it sounds like
Yeah.
Sarah found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep twitching every time we say that.
I don't
That
like
makes it
it
sound
unless
like-
it's a good.
No, it sounds like somebody
we-
saying my name.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do think it would be cool to implement the tree's name into the.
I like the idea of having the old name of the ship with something new.
Dust. Bound. Seraph bound. Because it's not Seraph found because we didn't find it.
Right. So it's Seraph Bound.
So you want Sarah? Okay, no, that's
Sarah
fine.
Bound.
Just bound, and that way, it's like still
That's-
the old ship.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys gonna paint it, change it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ferris is going to.
Gonna.
I would say we should have Ferris design
Oh yeah.
A logo.
Ferris-
the color scheme of it and stuff like that because she's really good at the.
I think we should make it look professional
decoration.
so that we can always lie when we go to places.
Oh, it looks so professional. And she starts pulling out all of these glittery purple and blue.
Oh yeah.
paints.
Oh yeah. Don't we all have like a color palette you could like incorporate?
Yeah, there's like a dark indigo and some more lilac colors, a more electric blue.
In the
blue.
meantime, on the side, there's just Eloise like carefully like hand painting Sisica on a little piece of board to like hang on one of the tree's branches.
What
cute.
was Bungie's
Not
color?
creative, but clear.
Yeah.
I don't know what color is Bungie. I don't even remember anymore. I thought he was like copper. copper
coppery
color?
orange, I think. Yeah.
Coppery orange?
Yeah.
Didn't you give
and-
us like palettes to choose from?
Oh, I just had to pick a color.
Yeah.
It wasn't like specific like
Yeah,
requirements.
no, that was.
Yeah.
I think that was just us,
Oh, because we needed them to coordinate.
right?
That's
there's
funny.
this
The two girls
really
were
dark
like,
indigo.
"Color
So there's this
coordinate."
really dark indigo blue, and this more lilac lavender. This kind of very electric kind of blue, because I think that's what Locke's was.
Yeah, I'm looking at his head is very, very watery
Yeah.
blue,
Yeah.
glowing blue.
A smaller jar of like a really shimmery copper, and she's just going to fly over the edge, and in giant all the paints have glitter in them.
I don't know.
She's going to
That's what I do.
paint serif bound
All right.
on the side of the ship.
Okay. Give me a roll for that to see how good it is.
Alrighty.
So you know if it looks professional or if it looks janky, because that's gonna be different for if people are gonna pull you over. Not in the drift, mind you, but because no one's gonna pull you over in the drift. But like, how do you
Creative
get out?
and green.
Oh yeah, creativity. That's
Yep.
good.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got a 6 as my mid die.
Okay. So it's pretty good, I would say, right? I mean,
Can I use my? Do we have the limit break die?
we do not.
I can't
No.
remember. Okay.
Do not have them break days, unfortunately, for this session with the interlude. Yeah. So I would say that it's professional looking, but it's also still glitter. So that's not much
I'm
of a
sorry,
twist.
are you
but, like,
implying that glitter is not professional? Question mark?
I think he is implying that.
Derogatory?
yes.
Yeah.
On a ship of this type, especially,
Ferris
it is a little
will-
odd.
Ferris will fight you on that.
That's fine.
I'll fight you on that.
You're more than welcome to.
Yeah. Yeah. No. As long as it looks like the proper identifier, the fact that it's glittery, Ferris is very confident she can stare down anybody who's like, "But why is it glittery?"
Yeah.
Because it is.
I also will say that it does appear to be attracting some little creatures that seem to be like very entranced with the glitter sparkles. Like these little like almost like these like finger-sized little creatures that are kind of like floating around next to like the ship. They're not like harmful or anything, and they're just like ooh, punk, 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 and they're kind of like kind of become friends with it.
Ferris is gonna hold her hand out. She's gonna put a little bit of sparkle in her hand and just kind of hold it out and see if one will come to her.
Yeah, they're little like squid-looking things, like a jellyfish squid-looking thing.
Yep.
And one does like land in your hand and kind of like rolls around, and it gets covered in glitter sparkles, and all the other ones like.
Fantastic. Ah. Boing,
Yeah.
boing, 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 boing.
It is
I
very
was
squishy.
looking to see if we like posted our colors in the main chat. I don't think we did.
I don't think so
I think
either.
we messaged you about it, but I will say
Oh,
Pop asked for psychedelic at first, so I don't know if he changed his or not.
I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Well,
So you
yeah.
wa- you wanted a certain color that's specific because it's like a color, it's a
Yeah.
pattern.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. Awesome. So you have renamed your ship, and you also can go into your database of the actual ship logs, and you can actually change the name of it officially on there too. So it has an actual like official designation signature and stuff like that too. You can do
Yeah.
that. So because you have the correct key.
That
combination.
may. Oh, true.
I said you have the key because Kel had it to actually like change stuff.
The logs.
Yeah.
I thought you meant
Yeah.
like in the Bungee logs, and I was
No,
like,
no. You can't change that ever.
Actual
Those
the
are immortal
actual,
forever. Yeah.
ship logs.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Other than
So your wayfarer begins to enter a particularly dense cloud of some sort of like fog that pours over the railings and kind of nearly completely obscures your view for more than like 20 feet or so on all sides. And with the fog comes this kind of unnatural quiet and stillness, broken kind of only by the sounds of the ship that seem to echo off the fog. And you can actually hear the music a little better now from the bottom of the ship as it rocks out. And this goes on for quite some time until eventually you hear a deep horn sound resonance and echo off of the fog. And a few moments later, you spot a shape begin to materialize within the fog. A skeletal form of a very large aquatic style animal appears and nearly collides with you. And Inside of the strange skeletal sea creature, liquid swirls and bubbles with plants and other smaller fish within it. And you hear a voice call down from the top of the enormous creature. The jumping jellyfish Plutarch. That ain't no yellowtail horn gobbler. That's just a wayfarer out for a sail in giant poisonous eel-infested waters. Ahoy down there, begging your pardon for the bit of the bump. Can't tell a hook from a hornbill in all this soup. And the creature drifts lower, and a rather odd soul is seen standing on what appears to be the deck of a ship built out of the skeleton. He's got a mostly normal humanoid head, but it's inside of a fishbowl with a goldfish swimming about, and he has a big, bushy orange and white beard caked with barnacles inside. And his arms appear to be either made of elastic rope or been replaced by them with big claws at the end, and both of his legs are peg legs with boots fitted on top of them, giving him a rather bungee-like appearance, honestly. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up his image. If I can find out where I put it. There we go. Hang on a second here. We go to the GM layer. And on Roll20 to your right of the main screen, you zip all the way to your right, basically, that black space there.
Oh, he's adorable.
Yeah.
Why am I not seeing it?
You have to go really far
to the
Way
right.
over to the
Yeah,
right.
it's really far to the right. Sorry.
low when you see him.
Yeah. Very distinctive. And he says, I don't suppose you've all seen a yellow-tailed horgobbler, have you? Massive blue beast with a yellow tail that looks like a giant horn with whiskers and breath that smells like coconut shampoo.
No.
I cannot say we have. I feel like we would remember.
Yeah, I think you would, honestly. It's pretty big and very distinctive.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, we haven't seen anything.
Yeah, no, sorry, I didn't catch your name. So I'm Ferris. It's lovely to meet
I'm
you.
sorry. Where are my manners? I've been out on the reef too long. The name's Bazu Lurman, master fisherman and general beastie hunter.
Oh, it's just so lovely to meet you.
So you're hunting beasts?
I always am. That's kind of my thing.
So what are you looking for right now?
Yellowtail horgobbler. The beast ate my last good hand. I need to shrink it down and add it to my collection. He motions to what you can now tell is a large fish tank surrounded by the skeletal frame of the ship that he basically is in, right?
Gosh, Lockie's going to be so upset he missed this.
Oh, it's so lucky.
Feel bad.
Right? Ferris goes and knocks on the door real quick. Just like, okay, I'll take pictures. It's fine.
Poor Eric just having to go do a combined Jack and Jill.
Well, this is most of our second time out in the drift, so we're not really familiar with the kind of creatures that could live out here. Is it something we need to... You said it took your... did it bite you? It took your hand, you
Took
said?
my hand off. Clean off. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's such a shame.
Granted, I was using my hand as bait, so there was that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well,
So that's on me. But now it's in the fish.
yes, I can see how that would be problematic.
What are you going to do with it when you catch it?
Oh, I'm gonna get it out of here, out of the drift and causing mayhem. It's dangerous out here, and I don't do my part to try and make it a little bit safer for everybody.
Was it causing mayhem before you offered your hand as bait?
No comment.
Well, I
It
don't
sounds
know
like
how,
it was just doing its own thing.
I don't know how much we can really steer currently. If we can slow the ship down. Would you like to come aboard? Would you?
Oh,
Ferris,
What?
you can't just offer strangers to come aboard.
I mean, if you're
sure you can.
right,
Hey, come aboard.
Oh my
there's pie.
Just gonna go back to lifting a weight
There's pie.
methodically.
Oh,
I haven't had pie in 27 years.
I would
Oh,
really
yeah.
like to see how you're going to eat this pie.
That'd be fantastic. And
I think
Ferris
there's a
is gonna
reason you
kinda-
haven't had pie in 27 years.
Having hands really helps.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
having a mouth that isn't surrounded by a glass aquarium.
I'm sure there's a latch somewhere.
I mean, I guess we're assuming different people have different abilities because he obviously doesn't need to breathe and we can hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, so Paris is going to basically welcome him on board kind of idea. And first she's going to get him a piece of pie, peach walnut pie. And then she's going to go to... Is there like a map?
Yeah, sure. It has you have like a yeah, okay. I'm making sure the origins of the ship. Yeah, you have a like similar to you saw on Zol. You have like the dust tables, right? That has like live updating like topography basically of the area around you. That goes on for quite a good distance, I would say. So you can tell like at least some semblance of like land masses, and sometimes you can kind of see like large creatures, but not always.
But there's little icons that show like where we are.
Yes. It shows your entry point and your exit point, and it also shows where you are currently, and some of the larger blobs that are going to be like bigger things that are, structures and whatnot. Yeah. Most of the creatures aren't on it, though, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah.
So it actually shows the path that we're going to be traveling?
Yeah. It's a corridor. It's a tunnel, basically. And
I didn't think we knew where we were going.
it doesn't give you a name. It doesn't give you context for the rest of like the expanse, but it does show like how far you've gotten basically, and if there's things in your path that are bigger and you're gonna hit.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be a good thing to be checking every once in a while.
Yeah.
But Ferris is going to wander over to that. I'm assuming we're not too deep into this corridor yet.
No, you're pretty much at the beginning at this point. You're only a little ways in. I'd say you're like 3 to 5% in.
Yeah.
Mm.
So this is where we are. Do you know roughly where it would be?
Oh, the Horn Gobbler. Well, I mean, I thought it was around here. That's why I bumped into you. So it's pretty close. I'd expect it's probably, I don't know, less than a quarter day's go from here. It doesn't move too fast, honestly. They're pretty slow beasts. They're big and bulky, and they tend to spend a lot of time eating and kind of munching about. So he's probably pretty close. Oh, what do they eat? Just about everything, honestly. They do munch on ships. The Wayfarers are one of their favorites. They do love drift trees, which is unfortunate. Ooh. Yeah, notice that mine doesn't have one because it attracts lots of things out here. The drift trees generally pull in all sorts of manner of beasties and also raiders because it's a way to get in and out. And not everybody has a way to get in and out here. A lot of people are just stuck here. But
have you been stuck here for 27 years?
Depends on who you ask.
If we asked you?
We're asking you.
Oh, I love it here. I'm never going back.
So the corridor then, does that mean regardless of your entry and exit point, anyone who enters the drift is in the same corridor?
No.
Yeah, how's that work?
So,
or are there different corridor
So okay,
tunnels from one place to another kind of thing?
So the way this works is that your corridor goes from your entry point to your exit point, right? And everybody's is unique and different. However, you can leave your corridor. You just start going into uncharted drift space, and you'll begin to start going in and out of other ones, and you have no idea where you are at that point, and you no longer will have an exit point.
Once you leave, can you come back?
Once you leave where? Your corridor?
Your corridor.
Corridors connected?
They are sort of.
So say someone left Zol to go to a different shard, they would have been in a corridor, and we're in this corridor. Are they two separate dimensions?
Yes.
So would someone from one corridor be able to get into the other one, or would that be the in-between space that they have to figure out?
Theoretically, you can get to another one, but you have to go in the in-between space first. And
so they are connected.
It's complicated, sort of. It does kind of work
that way. Are they all
in
the same dimension? Why are you asking? I'm just asking outside a character.
No, but it makes sense for all of you to ask, honestly. It's a good question to ask in game, honestly.
Well, I'm trying to figure out, has he just been in this one specific corridor?
No.
And would we see him if we were going from a different entry point to a different exit point? How is that working?
Yeah. So, I'm a drift hopper, which means that I go between corridors, which is not recommended for sanity's reasons, and also time moves weird that way. So last time I checked, the last crew I came across, I believe it had been 127 years since I left, which is, for me, it's only been about 4. So things move weird when you're out in the drift. So you can hop out of your corridor, but you then begin to tumble through empty drift space, and you'll end up in another one eventually. But it's not guaranteed which one or how long it'll take before you get to one. Does that make sense? I hope not.
So yes, kind of. So it's like, say we were going from Zol to another shard.
Yes.
If someone else was going from Zol to that shard as well, would we be in the same corridor?
Yes.
Is this something that's being created, or is it something that already exists?
That's a good question. Did it exist before you entered it, or did it materialize because you entered it? I don't know the answer to it, honestly. I don't know the answer to that.
If we're going into the same one, then that means it probably existed. We're just accessing it.
Yes, but they also do move. So if you enter one even minutes apart, they'll be different.
Oh, there'll be different corridors?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, even though they're going from and to the
Even
same
though they're
place.
going from the same place, the same destination and entry point, they will be different.
So we wouldn't come across each other in the same corridor unless we tried to find the other corridor.
Right. Or, also life's random.
But
so.
you were in this corridor before we got into it, right?
Yes. Maybe.
So it
I don't
existed
know.
before we got into it.
I was here, I think, before you arrived. I might have materialized when you opened it up. I don't know.
I don't like everything was created last Thursday theory that you're
Yeah.
because your memories could have just been materialized.
Right.
Yes, for all I know,
Into that one.
my
It's
memories
very cool.
My memories are fake, possibly. Now I have an existential crisis. Thank you so much.
Good. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how this works. I guess story wise, what's possible and what's not possible.
So
I'm thinking of it two road. There are a whole bunch of different roads, and you can go between the roads, but you got to go through the median, and it's kind of a pain to go from one road to another. They're not actually connected necessarily.
But each
they're
road
kind
is
of-
also completely independent. So even if we all got on
Yeah.
I-95, it's not the same I-95. It's a different I-95.
Yeah.
And we would only
Right.
come across each other if we left the drift. So once you're in the drift, you're safe from whoever's following you, because even if they entered, you're in a different one.
Mhm.
But you could, someone, so but then you have people who are road hoppers.
Right.
But they don't do it with intention, right? They don't look for a specific pathway, corridor,
And
right?
so far, there
just
isn't a way
tumble.
to do that. It's random.
Yeah.
It's not if I left Zol and went to this other place, island number 1, I couldn't, and island number 2 was nearby, just because I could end up in a corridor that's not even related to Zol somewhere else.
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying?
If you leave the corridor, you mean?
Yeah, so if you left yours to hop to another one,
Mhm.
it could be in a completely unrelated section of space with a different
Yes.
entry and exit point.
Yes. And you don't know how long it's going to take you to find
You're
another
saying
one.
they're not wormholes.
It sounds like a bad idea. I don't think we'd be able
this
to
is a
accomplish
very-
our.
Yeah, it's
accomplish our
generally
goal.
there's an entire book in the Trailblazers place that says do not leave the corridor, and here's the many terrible things that have happened when people do. Because not only can you become lost potentially forever in the in-between space and never find a new corridor, but time is warped, and also it also begins to warp your sanity as well. And also other weird stuff can happen out there. The corridors are the only stable parts of the drift, basically. That makes sense. Nothing else is stable. It's constantly in flux, and things are popping in and out of space, and reality isn't concrete.
So basically,
But how are
what
we coming
happens
across
when-
other beings that are in this corridor, like this
basically
guy?
So basically, what happens is the score forms that corridor around itself to get from point A to point B, and that's what creates that momentary stability that we can travel through.
Right.
And then somehow other creatures can get
But
into it because they're not.
It
us.
is still a environment. Things do exist in it, and they
Yes.
can find these tunnels and enter them, but not necessarily on purpose.
And also, a big problem is that you can't always tell when you are shifting from in a corridor to out of a corridor if you don't have the particular kind of technology to tell. at least not right away. So it's very possible that he just kind of like tumbled into this and didn't realize that he was in a corridor.
Okay, so because it sounds like he's been here in this corridor before we got into it.
Yeah.
But you're saying it could have been that he was in the drift and then tumbled into it after it was created.
Or the tunnel was created in the empty part of drift that he was in and stabilized it. Right.
Right, but he wasn't already in it before we got into it.
He doesn't know.
Right.
We have no way to answer that question. Is really
Yeah.
the thing, right?
Right.
Well, I'm asking the god of this world how
but-
some of this works.
But you
But
don't.
some things
but-
are a mystery that you don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
Eloise doesn't have access to the god of the world, and the fact that Thea wants real answers to
Yeah.
magic is impossible.
There's no magic in this world. Magic is just science we don't understand.
That be content not to understand.
Right.
Because
No, questions are good.
Eloise-
I
'cause
understand. Yes.
the person that Eloise has access to doesn't know the answers to these questions. Eloise doesn't have access to the DM,
Yes.
and if Thea wants answers, then she can message Trevor later,
And these are not things that we would have known from our past. That's,
right?
right,
And
we
in
would
general,
not
the
know
drift
this,
is a
so-
very confusing subject that most people don't understand, even people who study it. So,
Yeah.
yes, there aren't good answers. I unfortunately, anyways. So,
I guess because I'm a person who seeks out space
yeah,
travel in my normal life, it would make sense to me that the general populace would understand how the drift worked or something. But I get what you're saying, that that's not the case here.
yeah, it's not the case at all. Remember, the technology and the understanding of how drift travel even originally worked is lost at this point, anyways. Right. So they do not know how they
They're
originally
using
made the ships.
they're using ancient technology that they don't understand.
Yes.
How it's like
Yes.
Mass Effect a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, we came across the remnants of an ancient civilization and we use some of their stuff, but we have no idea what it is or what it does.
Yeah. We
And
know
then
how
you
to do
find
it.
a and then you find a member of that ancient civilization, and it turns out they were doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best
No,
thing
yeah,
ever.
right, it came from the future.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi.
Basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, does time ever travel the other way around? Like, could he be from the future?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Time goes.
Yeah.
Time has no linear nature in the
I
drift.
don't know if, yeah, okay. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Like, could we
So,
meet
but-
someone from the future or the past? And that would
You
be like
could
really
meet
interesting.
yourself. Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
Bungie's wondering about this mysterious creature.
Yes.
He's trying to get as much information he can about it so he can put it in his book, but also is
The
this
person or
something
the ship?
the
The creature.
the creature? What's the Bazoo?
Bazu's
That's
the
a-
guy.
Oh, Bazoo's the guy. Sorry, I didn't. I
The-
just wrote down the name. I didn't say.
The yellow-tailed horn gobbler is the creature.
Oh yes, yes.
Horn gobbler. Except that I can't
So-
hear the N when you say it. So it sounds like you're saying something else.
Okay.
The what gobbler?
Okay. Okay, so which this horn gobbler, he just minding his own business, and then you went and upset him, or what? Here, I mean, should we really worry about this horn
I mean,
gobbler?
no. I mean, he's definitely. I've been tracking him for a while, and I've come across several wrecks in his wake. Several other
How do you
wayfarers.
track him?
Oh, it's fun, actually. So, well, first of all, you can always find him by the smell if you get close enough, but also by his pattern of the prey he leaves behind, because he always leaves behind certain parts of a wayfarer, because they always go after the drift tree parts in particular. So you usually feed bits of metal and like sails and stuff like that, and that's usually a good indication, honestly. But usually my best bet is usually once I get a general gist for where one is, I begin to chum the waters to try and track it to me, right? Rather bring it to me rather than trying to find it again. It becomes easier that way, because they have really good senses of smell and hearing. So the way, and he gets closer, he kind of like, the way you lure out a horn gobbler, not many people know this, but you chum the waters with old socks.
Okay,
Oh,
I believe you. I believe you. You said they had really good hearing.
They do.
Fantastic. Is the fact that tree is currently singing, do you think that might be problematic?
Oh, I was
Yeah, do you hear that?
wondering what that was. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
It,
It's been a strange day here.
yeah. What is with? That's weird. I've never heard that before. It's kind of
Yeah.
funky.
It's
Well, I
a
imagine
good
you
tune,
can't hear
not gonna
most
lie.
things.
Do you think that might draw some attention?
It's very possible. You might want to be very careful out here. Honestly, you might be one of the next victims. You're not careful.
Oh, I'm hoping not. All right. So Ferris is going to kind of dart down to the tree and, while gently kind of tapping on the roots, kind of suggest to it to maybe lower the volume slightly. Like,
Do trees listen?
Instead of Alexa, sorry, just making sure I didn't actually turn it on.
Oh.
Just be like, what's the name of the tree? I didn't.
Sissica?
Sissica.
Jessica.
Thank you. Sissica?
It's Ithaca, but it's a sister.
Sissica, if you could maybe hum to yourself a little bit more. I love your song, it's so beautiful. But I think I don't want anything to eat you, so maybe you could just a little quieter, maybe.
Mention the horn gobbler because it might know what it is. It might be afraid of
I
it.
don't want to scare it.
Oh, okay.
Whose horns is it gobbling if it eats trees?
Oh no, it's a thing that gobbles and is shaped like a horn.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't name
very-
it.
Okay. That's not a very good name. That's a misnomer.
But it has a tail too? A horn has a tail?
Well, it's a yellow-tailed horn gobbler. It has a yellow tail. Yes.
Or is it a yellow-tailed horned?
I mean, horns can technically be lots of different shapes.
Yes.
Hey, we should go back up on deck now and keep an eye out for this thing.
You just like
Okay.
is in the corner, just like sharpening spears on like an old like grinder. She's just looking around for places to hang and hide weapons across the ship, mostly because someone invited a stranger on board.
He's lovely, I trust. Don't
So-
worry. I have perfect instincts when it comes to this kind of thing.
I'm just wondering if Bungie could create a invention that would sniff this thing out.
Okay.
Can
Sure.
Bungie smell?
Sure, Bungie has smelling sensors,
Okay,
Sure.
that makes
odor
sense.
sensors.
Have a go at it. Tell me how you're gonna. Are you using the ship?
Bungie can do more that I
No.
personally can do because I don't have a good sense of smell at all.
So I was thinking of making like I want to say like a vacuum cleaner kind of thing
Okay.
that sucks in air and detects the smells of things. Now, what did it smell like?
Like
Smells
coconut
like-
shampoo.
Coconut shampoo. Well, maybe I
that's
could
good
try to train it to seek out coconut shampoo.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Well, maybe just a scent analyzer, because then whatever particles it's pulling up, it could just tell us what's in the area.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, make it more generic. That's
Yeah,
a good
because I feel like
idea.
this isn't the only gobbler of trees that we're gonna find. He basically said, if you have a tree, everything's coming for you, including other people.
yeah, it's very true.
So
While Bungie is doing this, I have an ability called energy conversion,
Okay.
which would basically allow me to defend using my weather abilities.
Okay.
This fog that has rolled in, would I be able to kind of gather it around us and shape it around the ship a little bit more
to hide
kind
it.
of obscure us?
That's a good idea.
Yes, you could. I would say that the problem with that is that the horn gobbler functions based on sound and smell primarily.
Less about the horn gobbler,
Oh.
more about some of those other potential
yeah.
things that we were told
I mean, the
about,
other guy
because-
found us just fine.
Well, he ran into you.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's right. He
Yeah.
thought we were.
He saw
we know what we
a
were.
big shape in the fog and thought you were what he was chasing, basically, and ran into
Yeah.
you. But yeah, I guess that's true. Fair point, because there's not just the one thing out there, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
And since the fog is here, I want to kind of use it while I have
we
that
can't see out of the fog, so we would also be completely blind.
We have the map. It's fine. We can use that to
The
navigate.
map doesn't know where we are.
Trust your instruments.
The map. It does show us like following the course. It's a straight line. We can't really. The it
And we can
locked.
actually navigate the ship within
I
the
feel
corridor,
like
at
you
least a
can
little
based
bit,
on
right?
what this
Yeah.
guy has said.
You can. The corridor is quite large. It goes like I would say in terms of real world distances, it goes probably a good like 2 miles in each direction, the sides of you.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
it's quite big in that regard.
I feel like
And-
it's like an intentional
if we don't
thing to
mess
leave
with
the
the
corridor.
navigation, is it like we're not really at risk of drifting out of it?
Yeah, you won't drift out by accident because the
Okay.
ship's on course for that.
So can we actually go backwards and forwards a little bit? Or
Yeah, you
how's
can.
that,
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
fully.
sounds
You,
like
you have
it.
full thrust. I mean, because you have thrusters on this thing. You can change.
Yeah,
You can do full
right.
direction shifts and whatnot. You can just sail around basically any direction you want.
Right, right. Okay. So, yeah. So what I was thinking was Eloise was giving me the ideas of making it more of a general sensor. So I was wondering maybe you'd allow her to boost me.
Sensor. Haha.
Sure.
I don't know.
Well,
And then
energy conversion. When I use this ability, I use my max die instead of my mid die, and I boost using my min die.
Oh, I keep forgetting.
okay.
about
So what does
that.
the max die do? Is it a defensive?
Defend.
Just defend. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll use that number for the equivalency of a stealth roll, basically. For,
Yeah.
You know, D&D terms, right? For
Yeah, so
detection,
the-
defense, basically.
Whether I actually have a stealth ability, which is what I was going to use. So it'd
Okay.
be weather, stealth, green, and then whatever my lowest die is, I can boost somebody with that.
Sure.
Okay, it's not great, but. Oh, that's not a 1. Okay, sorry. I thought that was a 1 at first. Okay, it's actually better than I thought. So I got a 7, a 4, and a 4.
So a 4?
No, I
So what-
defend
wait,
using
right.
the
Right. Defend
max,
with 7.
so it's a
Yes.
7.
Okay.
And I boost with the min, which is one of the 4s.
Four.
Doesn't really matter which one.
Which is a 2.
2.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you're boosting me?
Yes.
And how are you boosting me? Just so I get the flavor here.
As
What are you actually doing?
I'm flying up a little bit and kind of drawing the weather, the fog bank around us, and kind of using it to. I'm basically shaping it like, you know, when you were
You're
like
providing
a little
cover
kid.
for me. Kind of.
I'm providing cover.
Well, also she's
But-
pulling in the dust particles,
Just say-
which helps
yeah,
you then
yeah.
be better. Basically, you're pulling.
Yeah.
You're pulling in from a further distance away at this point, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
But you
Okay.
remember when you were kids and you would draw clouds in that very
Yeah.
specific way,
Like poopy.
like that shape?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's what the cloud bank we're in now looks like. It looks like a child's drawing of a cloud, with like the 3 big cookies on top and the perfectly
Okay.
flat bottom.
Oh, that's not the clouds I grew up drawing.
Okay.
Sure.
So I think I could use inventions and technology
Okay.
to do this, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing an overcome. Is that what I'm doing?
Yep.
So I think I should be able to use principle of the gearhead, overcome a technological challenge.
Yep.
Is that true?
That's
and
true.
use your max die.
Nice.
So this should be good.
max die
Come
plus 2.
on. All right, my max die is an 8 plus 2 is
10.
10. And actually, I could have used my mid die because that's also an 8.
Well, that's a complete success. So yeah, you're able to build a. You need to name it now.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Sensor.
No, it's a sniffer. It's some sort of sniffer, and but it's not just sniffing one kind of thing.
It's a nose.
Oh, a nose. How about it's my hose nose?
Your hose
'Cause
nose,
It's like a little hose.
or your
yeah.
nose hose,
My
or
nose
hose nose.
hose.
Nose
No.
hose.
It's a nose hose.
Okay.
Yeah, nose hose.
Yeah.
There's my nose hose.
Nose
Okay.
hose. And does
So I
and,
just
and your
made
nose
myself
hose
a nose
knows.
hose. And my nose hose knows. Yes.
Oh dear.
No. Nobody
knows
knows
what the direction
noses
of,
like my
of the
nose
horn
hose.
gobbler. Yes. Okay. Okay. So very interesting. Let me go over to my stuff here.
We're
real
still
quick.
trying to learn this game, I think.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay. So yeah, so you begin to take in the particles and kind of get a bit of I guess a pattern array display for like what's in
Sure.
your area. It takes you a while to kind of piece through the information. to understand like kind of what it's like, how it's reading things exactly. But I assume you're looking for the horn gobbler based off of the note about the coconut shampoo, right? So
Yes.
I would say that there's no, well, there was something else in your area that has now moved in a different direction. That was not the thing you were looking for. The exact scent, you can't tell what the smell exact was, but it was a certain color, basically, that wasn't what you're looking for. But it was something that no longer was able to find you, basically, and kind of moved around you and kept going past you. So something passed you in the night, basically, and didn't see you.
That was a close one.
So because the defense thing worked, which is good to know. And yeah.
Reminds me of that DM trick where it's like where they're like, if you really want to psych out your players, just randomly like roll dice
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
and then like
Yeah.
make a facial like a facial response. Yeah. But you're not
Right.
doing anything,
sure?
but you're psyching them out.
Yeah. And it does pick up the thing you're looking for, actually. And it is closer than you were comfortable with.
Oh, how close is that?
It's about, distance work here. About 50 meters below you.
Oh dear.
Sir, I speak American.
But you play D&D. Uses meters.
It's invented by an American?
Uses both.
So it's down there. So there's this yellow-tailed horn gobbler seems to be very close underneath us. I think maybe we should pursue it before it pursues us.
Hold on.
Hmm?
Just gonna ask Google how long 50 meters is.
I just think 50 yards.
That's not the same thing.
It's about. I mean, come on, it's moving.
Sarah's like, what are we doing?
Oh,
But I still don't know what a yard really is either.
3 feet.
Oh dear.
Okay.
I mean, I know technically what it is, but like,
Okay.
So say ask 50 meters in furlongs. How's that?
because I know what a furlong is. Yeah,
How many cubits
it's
is it?
50. It's
Okay,
about
or-
55 yards.
Or
Yeah,
cubits.
but I still
Yeah.
don't know distance-wise what that is, like conceptually.
Half a football field length.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually helpful.
Yeah, there you go.
That's something you can see in your head and then have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's quite close.
It's very close.
Especially for how large it is, because it's quite large.
Is it coming
And
towards us?
it's not currently. It
Then
is
I would
going in the
say-
same direction you are, though. So you're kind of matching speed with it at the moment, for the most part. You're kind of going together in tandem.
Wait, is the guy still with us?
Yes, and he's now. Well, actually,
So
sorry.
why don't we just tell him where it is?
Also, he was
Yeah.
with you. He saw this and has now left, and running back to his ship.
Okay.
Okay, well, let him take care of that. Yeah, that's. I mean, we might want to
Actually-
move away from him because he's obviously gonna go bait it
Yes,
with his
So
old
it's close enough. We
socks.
could actually see it if we didn't have this fog around us, right?
probably. Yeah, if there wasn't so
Yeah.
much fog around, yeah, probably we'd be able to see it. Yes, and from the top of his ship, though, he's like, "Hey, perhaps you could lend me a hand to, dip your toe into the water of drift fishing, as it is. It's an important life skill out here, honestly. Here, I'll give this one on you in the house." And he tosses you over what looks like a large bobber, and he says,
Bobber.
You just throw this at the little guy, and it'll drink him right down, and I can put him right in the fish tank when we're done. It makes a really satisfying sound effect after a few wiggles,
Oh, so this thing's a small.
But why
thing. I
would
thought it
we
was big.
hunt fish if we weren't? No, he's gonna miniaturize it. Why would
Yeah.
we hunt fish if we're not gonna
Oh.
eat it?
What? He's just like, he can't comprehend the question.
Ferris is going to take the bobber and kind of
Do
hand
not
it
put that in the water.
It's not water.
It's not water,
And
yeah.
hand it
Well,
to
the
Bungie.
drift. Yeah.
And hand it to Bungie and be like, it sounds like it could be an adventure.
All right, adventure. So what do I do with it?
Wait, what happened on our last adventure?
Throw it over the side.
Well, I was asking.
Oh, you gotta make sure you wear him down a bit first, though. Otherwise, he's gonna shake it right off.
Oh, wear him down.
Yeah.
So maybe we should. You mean like wear him down, like go fast and have him follow us?
No, I suggest shooting him with copious amounts of hard light cannonballs.
Oh,
He'll be fine.
We love shooting things with cannonballs.
Only if they've done something to deserve it. The fish is just existing.
He eats people.
people who bother him.
It's either you or us, or you.
No,
you or
it's
us.
not.
Either him or you.
I do
No,
feel,
it's not.
I do feel like this is something that's going to eat half of our ship and leave us adrift here forever.
If we mess with it.
I thought you were supposed to be the aggressive one.
No,
Hmm.
I can't
Yeah,
be.
I think you are. I think you are.
Be aggressive to you if you don't leave it alone. I think, but she also comes from a shard that extremely respects nature, remember?
It's true.
Because
Yeah.
nature tries to kill them on a daily basis.
They'll kill it back first.
This is nature that's about to try to kill us.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Ugh,
All right.
I need to hit it with a cannonball.
Or a lot. You need to hit with a lot of cannonball. Honestly, it's a big boy. So how about it?
You just need to tire it down. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't
We're not gonna
remember
kill it.
how I...
No, we're not gonna kill it. We're gonna
That
just
makes it worse.
We're
we're gonna
catch it.
put it where it's safe, so we can't eat anybody else.
Well, at least if we killed it, it would have served a function.
Well, then go ahead and kill it then if you really want to.
Oh, that's rude.
It is rude, but you know, I think sometimes she can be
People make
rude.
no sense.
Are you chasing the thing, or are you gonna leave it alone? It doesn't
Yeah, it
currently
seems like
see
me.
you, but like it might soon.
Yeah. Yes, that's fine. I just don't
Feel better, we
remember.
can wait for it to eat us first.
That would make me feel better, yes. No,
dear.
I'm just trying to remember how you attack things.
Okay, so
Yes, how you did this, right?
So, you guys are going to go ahead and you're going to basically dip down out of your protective cover in order to pursue this thing down below you, and you're going to come out of the fog and see he was right, it is a very large sea creature out here, and it is currently munching on what appears to be a small like wayfarer skiff that looks like one of a smaller vessel than what you guys have, and he's munching on that right now, and that's why he wasn't moving in your direction yet because he was currently placated, but it would not last too much longer. It's not a very large meal for him. And I'm gonna pull up his artwork real quick here, so hang on a second here. It's gonna be right next to Bazoo, so change
This is the
layer.
same
There you go.
feeling as the people who are like shark infested waters. Like, no, human infested waters. Excuse you. The sharks were there first.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm sure the people who were on that boat that he just ate feel so much better about it because you phrased it like that.
Yeah.
They should. It was their fault for being there. Just kidding. Not really.
I don't think that's how that works.
That feels very victim blamey.
It does. And you see
Man
on
in shark cage eaten by shark.
you see on the yellow horn gobbler that first of all you can see why it's kind of called a horn gobbler because its face looks like a trumpet.
Yep.
And you can also see that there are, I guess, people is the best thing to describe them as, that are kind of taking care of it, and in like a kind of a reverent way. They appear to be like kind of like the things on the whales that like follow them around and eat the things off of them, whatever, right? Whatever they're called.
Barnacle? No.
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 Symbiotic parasites.
Yeah, but there's a specific name
Yeah,
for the
there's
certain
a
kind of
name,
fish, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't. It's not krill. Is
Yeah.
it? They ate the krill. I don't know. Whatever.
No, it's not krill.
Yeah, it's not krill.
Yeah,
It's like
something.
that kind of situation where they're like kind of like scrubbing like the side of it and like trying to like placate it and stuff like that. And
But
they
they're
have
people?
yeah, they're people, and they're they're cleaning it, and they're also like helping to feed it. And they have on like these weird like ceremonial robes and stuff, and like the immediate like red exactly, like the alarm bells in your brain goes cult. Like these are like cultists that worship the giant whale thing that eats people.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. And as
That's
you
what people do.
as you approach this thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and stick you guys into, I guess, the combat roster here, right? And as you guys can like kind of pull alongside this thing, and you can actually, begin to you can use your own abilities basically rather than just the ship stuff, right? Against this to do a fight here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and drop its stuff onto the board real quick. Just give me a second to find the dice that it is. So it is one of these guys. I'm gonna put it over here for now. There he is.
Overwhere.
Where are you?
Back on the board.
Back on the board. Yeah.
Oh, back on the board. I was zoomed up, so
Yep.
I didn't see it.
And we put
Yeah.
these guys with it. Okay. There's
Wait, what?
so
yeah, I don't see.
oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Hang on.
anything.
I'm on the
Yeah.
GM layer. Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
on the GM layer. Hang on. Let me move that to tokens.
There we go.
Oops. Hold on. Can I do all at once? Can I do that? Is that possible?
Probably.
Token? Yes? Yes.
Oh, I
see five.
see some minions,
Yep.
some
Yep.
D4s, and a red thing.
D12.
It's purple. Yes, it's a 12.
Oh, it's purple. Okay. I
It's
see.
purple.
It just looks like an eye from here.
Oh, it is a D12. Yes.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're gonna test out our new combat stuff. We haven't got a chance to use too much so far. So with your your newly awakened abilities, you used a little bit on the Dahir ship the previous session, but it's been a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop them real quick into the turn order if I can. Where's the button for that? Ah, there we go. Got it. Okay. All right.
And
And
Locke's still there too.
Locke is still there. I will go ahead and just kind of delete him from there. Perfect. Okay. Cool. So you're getting
Alright.
green zone right now, and I'm gonna have you guys all go first since you're the aggressors at this point. So they'll all go second. So there are 4 of the little cultists, which I'm calling the cleaner minions. And then there is the one horn gobbler there. So what are you all doing?
Wow.
So I guess atop of the order here is going to be Ferris.
Oh, Ferris probably be best going after some people, but that's okay.
You can delay if you prefer. Up to you.
No. So we can use our
Your regular abilities. Yes.
regular abilities.
Yes.
All right. In that case, I am going to. I should wait for that until anything else happens. All right. I'm going to
What? Why you think about
focus
that?
apparatus.
Oh, okay.
And
Sorry, say
basically
again?
I'm going. It's called focus apparatus.
Okay.
Where I hinder using transmutation.
Okay.
I also says attack using your min die.
So you do attack and a hinder.
Yes.
Okay. So do you hinder? Do you attack with the mid die? Do you hinder with your mid die then?
It just says hinder using, and then in brackets which power I selected, which is transmutation.
Okay, so it's probably mid unless it says otherwise. I
Probably
think.
mid because it didn't specify.
Yeah.
So let me go transmutation.
And I'm gonna
for
put
that.
music on. So lower your music down for just background stuff.
Yeah.
In here.
Hold on.
Yep. It's very loud. Put that down to here. There we go. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. Sorry. There you go.
All right, I
It's
got.
alright.
All
Alright,
right, I'm just
so-
trying to figure out which quality.
I would use your ship one if possible, but
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd rather
depends. Yeah, it's not very high now.
It's not high, and I'd rather not. And my cause status,
Oh, I see.
my green status is a D6, so I'm like I'm
Gotcha.
trying to avoid using 2D6 if possible. But
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, the others don't.
Oh,
Really.
so what are you hindering? Who are you hindering? Let's see.
I'm going to actually aim for the little cultist.
Okay. For both damage and
Guys.
hinder.
Yeah. Hinder one, damage another. Try to kind of take out impact 2 of them,
Okay.
shall we say.
For
Okay,
sure.
so hinder one, attack another, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
yeah.
What's that?
Sorry.
So do
I'm
damage
just-
first. Damage first.
Okay. So, the attack with my min die is a 3.
Okay. Hang on. I need to see if the minion is still around or not. So I
Right,
rolled
right.
a 1. So the minion is not still around.
Yay.
Okay.
And
And
then the hinder is
Yeah.
a 4.
hinder's a 4. Okay, so 4 is a hinder of 2, I believe. I remember correctly. Yes. No, wait. Yes, 2. All right, so you hinder 2.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put a -2 on this guy right here on him. So -2 on him. Okay, and the guy, one of the cleaner minions, points at the ship and goes, "She dares attack the blue god!" and then gets knocked right off of the space creature and falls up into the ether.
Sigh.
And he's shaking his head. He floats away a little bit.
Yeah. If it's any consolation, he's gonna have a lot of new friends real soon.
And he's off the board, and the other one's hindered by a -2 as he sees his fellow cultists fall off and gets very distracted. Bill! Awesome. All right, that's Ferris's turn. It's Bungie's turn
Wow.
on deck.
Well, I was told to try to weaken the creature, so that's what I'm going to try to do.
Sure.
Just trying to think of how to do this. Should I guess I'll... Yeah, so I want to use a new ability of being able to be invisible,
Okay.
and I'm going to go up to it, and let's see, what's it look like again? I got to go look at the picture of it, so give me a second. Got to scroll way over there. Right, okay, so I'm going to try to take its tentacles and put it into its horn. So it gets all goofed up.
They're whiskers, but fair. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were tentacles.
They're
Okay,
like
yeah,
they're catfish whiskers, basically. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna try and shove into the horn. All right.
So I'm using my new ability called Hide and Seek,
Okay.
where I can hinder using invisibility, use your max die, or use your mid die and make it persistent and exclusive. So I'm going to see how well I roll before I decide which one it is. I think I can do that, right? I can decide after I roll which one it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so let's see. So I'm going to use invisibility, and that's a 10. And let's see what quality. I think I'm going to have to use my sneaky ability of being underground agent. So that's only an 8. Because I'm not using technology.
Mm-hmm.
And I use my green ability 10, and there we go. That's what we get. Okay. So, ooh, okay, I got a 7, 8, and a 9. So I think I want to use my mid die and make it persistent and exclusive.
Okay.
So that's a
It's a 3.
8,
Which is 3.
which is a 3. Yeah, so
just
it's a
barely on a
minus
3.
3 persistent
And exclusive. Yeah.
and exclusive. Yes.
Okay. 3 peony. Got it. Okay. Very good. So that lasts
And I'm gonna
forever, and you can't do any other persistent ones on it. That's how
Right.
exclusive works. So everybody else remembers. It'll erase it, basically, if you do another one. That's persistent.
it's you.
Exclusive.
I think you choose whichever one's bigger, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Or
yeah.
worst, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you can try, I guess. It's
I'm
pretty
glad you
good.
said that because that's not what exclusive, like when I was reading it, what I thought it meant.
You can
Pretty
do other. You can do other hinders on it, but just not a
Persistent.
exclusive hinder on it, which
Right.
usually persistent and exclusive go together anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but when it said exclusive, my brain was like, oh, you can only use that on that one.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, not that like
Yeah.
nothing else can be used on that one.
It's not a great term, in my opinion, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. And you go ahead and you shove the whiskers inside its horn as it tries to like make its little like whale noise at you, and it's like and it appears that its horn can kind of like do this thing where it can kind of like shake things with its like reverberations. So it's definitely lessened the ability to do that, which is great. So perfect. Awesome. That's it, correct?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. All right, Eloise.
So I thought when we had like done our abilities and stuff like that, and it was like, do whatever using, and then in powers and qualities, like whichever one it listed, you had to go ahead and fill in which one you were using.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Well,
yes.
what do you?
If it told you in brackets, power
Yeah.
or quality, you had to pick a power or quality. That is now you have to use that one when you use it. Correct. But then the other thing, the power or quality, it didn't tell you to pick. You get to choose usually. Yes. So if it said power, you get to pick the quality, but the power is
Oh,
always that
now
power.
if it said
right?
both power and so if it said power/quality,
I
then-
think
Choose one or
you
the
choose
other.
one or the other, not both.
okay.
Slash
Right,
means
so when-
one or the other. You don't choose both of them permanently. So
Right. So she. Are you talking about one of your abilities like frontline fighting?
Yeah.
Which one are you looking at? So frontline fighting, it said power or quality. I believe
Yeah.
what you should have done was just fill in a power or a quality
correct.
in that spot,
Not
not
both. Correct.
Well, I mean, I
You-
just picked one of each.
You're supposed to just pick one.
And then the
power or
other one
quality.
is fluid and can change depending on the situation,
Yeah.
basically. That's
Right.
supposed to
Yeah,
work.
but I mean,
yeah.
I guess basically if I'm going to use a power, then I know which power to use, or if I'm going to use the quality. Or are you saying
But
I
you-
have to permanently pick one
You
or the
permanently
other?
pick
Yes, you
one of them.
permanently pick.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And it's fixed to that, and then the other one's fluid, based on whatever you feel
Okay.
like. Basically, makes sense at the time. So, yeah,
I guess because
I
for
mean-
me, a lot of them are pretty much like
they pair together.
either equal or they pair together anyways.
Yeah.
It's
It
not like it
doesn't make a
really
huge
makes that
difference.
much of a
We
difference.
probably
Yeah.
should choose just so that it's chosen, but
Yeah, I will.
yeah,
Not a huge deal though.
Yeah.
right. Because you're almost always going to be doing both anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are you doing?
And then I means that one is always active, basically.
Yes. It's not an
Okay.
activatable ability. It's inherent.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Make
Ah,
sure
that's
I
a good
understood.
Yeah, all the little
Yep.
symbols and stuff. Yeah.
And then R was
Reaction. So everybody has a
Right.
reaction they can use.
But
on
you
their
can
turn,
only
basically.
use it if you're in that zone
Yeah. Yeah.
status.
And that's,
So if it's an R, a reaction that's a yellow, I can only use it if we're in yellow status.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
or red. If we're in red, you can use it too.
Yeah,
Yes.
But
Yes.
not in green.
yes.
Not in
You can
green.
go down, but not up.
Yes.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because it's been a long time
It's been a
since
while.
we used this system,
It has.
and I'm
been,
just
yeah.
like, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean,
Yeah. Just green abilities right now.
yeah. Do we have anything that we're doing with hero points, or is that not a thing in this game?
Nope. Not using them. They've been replaced with the limit break dice.
Okay.
So ignore that.
Okay. I guess I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use growth first
Okay.
to boost myself.
Okay.
Or
Wait,
not.
what?
Actually, I don't think I need to. Never mind. I'm just gonna hit it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Sounds
because
good.
I was like, they've already like put things on it, and I'm probably way over assuming how much. Like I need to like prep myself to hit something.
It is a D12 creature.
Yeah.
Which means that the way that it works is it rolls its die in defense of your attack, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to guarantee a guaranteed, hit, it has to be above a 12, But
It-
what?
It does have the negative,
Well, oh yes, there's that.
so that will
So I guess
help
above
at least a
a
little
9,
bit.
I guess. But yes. So it is still pretty good in terms of like its defensive
Okay.
capabilities.
Well, then yeah, I'll just go ahead and boost myself first.
Okay. Yeah, and that -3 is persistent, so it stays around, which is good. So you won't like miss out on the hinder it has on it right now.
Well,
Wait a turn.
my bonus is also persistent.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
nice. That's
Nice.
real nice.
All right, so go ahead and
Initiative.
roll that.
Okay. So that one uses the quality, so I have to pick a power that goes with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think I know which one. I hate that the this is an 8.
I guess think about what you're actually doing to boost yourself.
Yeah, how are you growing any bigger?
Size changing.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for my dice.
Ah.
I got it.
Cool.
I'm not confused on that part.
Gotcha. Your dice are just wily.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for me to tell from just looking at them exactly which ones are like the D8s and the D10s and the D12s.
That's why I arrange them in order before we play. It's very helpful.
Yeah, I kind of just forgot we would use dice today. It
Fair.
won't like D6, remember?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, that's terrible. I got a 1, a 2, and a 2.
Oof. Your mid die, and is
Yeah.
it boost
We
with
got a
your
2.
mid? That doesn't
Yeah,
matter, I guess.
Yeah,
It's
but
all
it is
into
persistent.
Yeah.
It is
So I mean,
persistent.
it's still a 1. You have persistent exclusive 1. So
Yeah.
that's something. So we're gonna be +1 P/E. Okay. There you go. Perfect. Awesome. And you get real big. And prepared to punch.
Well, I gotta prepare to hit a fish that's real big.
Yeah, so it's fair. You're getting swole
Yeah.
so you can get big enough to hit this thing.
I
Yeah.
will say, that's gonna be pretty funny, because before she would just be like, appear intimidating and bigger, you
Yeah.
know, like animals do, but now she's like, oh, I'm actually bigger now.
Yeah. So how much bigger does she
I
get, by
grew.
the way?
I don't know. Well, what's allowed? Is it something she can change, how big she gets?
Yeah, I would
I
say
would say
so.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How big is the fish?
The fish is bigger than your ship.
In comparison, bigger than the ship?
Oh.
Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
It
she probably
eats
got
ships.
real big. Like,
Okay.
the size of 3 people.
Okay. So she's like Hulk size, basically. Maybe a
Yeah.
little bigger. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Okay. Perfect. And Tandrew faints.
Well, I wanted to know what abilities he got. Oh,
Well-
but I think you said tinkering.
You'll find out. But he currently fainted because you made him swoon. So
Oh,
I thought he was fainting because of the fish.
no, because of you. He was ready to rumble.
But she's gonna see that and think that it's because of the fish.
Yeah, good, perfect. He prefers it that way.
yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. All right, cool. So it is now the Yellowton Horgobbler's turn, as well as the minions. I think it actually makes sense that I'm gonna put the minions actually first in the order. I didn't put them on there anyways. Hang on, they didn't get a turn. Turn. There.
Well, I mean, it's not like he's been. I guess it's been
There you
hit
go.
yet, because it could still be munching, and that's why they go first.
Yeah, it also just makes sense for how they operate. So let's see. There's more than 2 of them around. Yeah, okay. And they're going to all begin to chant, and they're all going to
no.
begin. Yes, and they're going to begin to like throw something onto the giant fish, and which makes it begin to glow a bit, and they are powering it up. So they're going to go ahead and boost this thing, and they can boost it considerably, actually, because there's 3 of them. They can each boost it by 2 per person. So they're gonna boost it by 6. So it's gonna be a +6. So it's at a -3 + 6 currently.
So did you use the -2 on one of them?
I did not. That is correct. You're right. Thank you. So that would be only a 1 on that one. So +5. There we go. Good call. Thank you. Perfect. Okay.
So now
that-
they have a +5. So the thing has +5
As
and
a
a
+5.
-3.
-3. So it's a +2 currently, which isn't too bad. Until it
Yeah,
eats
right.
you. Until it eats you, then it's,
Yeah.
then it's bad. So,
Yeah.
and then the Horn Gobbler is going to go ahead and, let's see. Ooh, yes. Going to do that. Going to go ahead and attack specifically Eloise, because she is the biggest thing in the room. Not room, outside. And also, for a very specific reason, is because she's boosted. And it always goes after boosted targets. So, and it's going to go ahead and roll its attack against her. And that's going to be not very good. That's a 3. So it's a 3 plus the 2. So that's 5 points of damage to you. And it also eliminates your persistent bonus.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because that's its
So
ability.
my damage resistant, when it says like
Oh,
1,
yeah.
2, and 3, is that just like 1 point, 2 point, 3 point?
Yes, for every hit. Yeah.
Well, yes, but like it's just like
Oh, right.
It's not like the boost and hinder where it's like
No,
I don't know.
it's not on a chart.
Right.
It's just a flat amount that it
Okay.
decreases damage by that amount. Yes.
So it was 3 hits. No, it was 1 hit, right?
Yes, it hit.
Well, so
one-
instead of a 5, it's a 4
Right, you have -1 damage taken.
Mhm.
Yes, correct. And your persistent
while in the green.
bonus is removed, unfortunately.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it does
Dang.
use up its boost though for that turn, so it's not it wasn't given a persistent boost of +5, thankfully for you.
Yeah.
And that is its turn, and then we're top of the order. And do you wish to continue with one more round or call it for tonight?
Oh, we better call it.
Okay.
Well,
That's fine.
yeah.
I mean, it's okay. I was
fine.
gonna say it's up to Sarah, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah does need to go to bed.
Okay,
fairly
that's fine.
soon.
Okay.
Perfectly fine. So what I will say is that the first round of combat didn't last terribly long. It lasted only probably like a minute or so. And in that amount of time, with all of the hustle and the bustle of things happening, Loxton and began running up the stairs to see what's
Yeah.
going
oh,
on.
that's true. That's true.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
and so he's coming to aid you guys as well.
Make sure you tell him to come up munching on a cupcake.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
make sure he
give him
knows that he has
superpowers.
like a cupcake.
Cupcake.
Yeah.
Yes. He has sticky fingers. And so that's where we're going to leave for tonight. Come back into the middle of combat next time with this thing.